Just found out Don Lemon was terminated from CNN. Damn, Don. But guess what? The brothers got your back. We hiring it at Wingstop. And for some reason, I believe you know what you're doing with them lemon pepper wings. So, man, just send over your resume. Well, it was 17 years. But I'm going to make sure I get you in front of the right grill, brother. Stay solid, brother. Just came up with a wonderful idea. Well, really, Don, you helped me come up with this, but I need to hit the team over at Rapstar Energy Drink and let them know we should introduce the Don Lemon flavor. What y'all think? What y'all think? Hey, Don, I'm gonna bust it. Hey, we got you, brother. Don Lemon.
All right, guys, so we got to continue our coverage of Donna Lemonades and Tucker Carlson's firings from their respective networks, CNN and Fox News. Okay, in the first video that I showed at the beginning of this video, you have Rick Ross, the boss. Okay, the biggest boss that we've seen thus far. He's offering Don Lemon a job at Wingstop, apparently cooking lemon pepper wings in the kitchen. Okay, so if Don wants a job at Wingstop, Rick Ross is hired. Okay, Rick Ross is looking to hire Don Lemon as a cook at Wingstop. Absolutely hilarious. And you have some people on the left, like AOC, celebrating like it's a holiday that Tucker Carlson got deplatformed. Okay, she's out here being an open authoritarian. Okay, being an open fascist. Because she was hoping and praying to the God that she doesn't believe in, okay, the woke altar that is, that Tucker Carlson would one day be deplatformed, and she got her wish. Take a look.
Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. What I will say, though, is while I'm very glad that the person that was arguably responsible for some of the largest, driving some of the most amounts of death threats and violent threats, not just to my office, but to plenty of people across the country, I also kind of feel like I'm like waiting for the cutscene at the end of a Marvel movie after all the credits have rolled, and then you see like the villain's like hand reemerge out to grip over like the end of a building or something. But deplatforming works, and it is important, and there you go. Good things can happen.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. There's AOC openly celebrating Tucker Carlson losing his job because they know that Tucker is a threat to the Democrat Party and their narrative. Okay, he's a threat to the establishment. And again, this is an establishment politician, AOC, celebrating an anti-establishment political commentator, Tucker Carlson, losing his job. But she failed to mention anything about her buddy, Don Lemon, who also lost his job. Regardless, there's debate and conversation about Tucker Carlson's and Don Lemon's firings from their respective networks. And a lot of people are comparing the two, including the cackling hens on The View. And I want to respond to them comparing the firings because they're going to come to Don Lemon's defense, unsurprisingly here, and they're going to claim that Don Lemon is, in fact, not a misogynist. Okay, Don is not a misogynist, according to The View. But before we get into it, we have to have a word from the sponsor of this video, Organics Nature. You probably know that low energy is not supposed to be a part of your day-to-day. And if you're experiencing low energy, then that means that something's probably missing from your diet. Okay, you're not getting the key essential minerals and vitamins that you need to keep your body functioning properly. And Organics Nature has the natural solution with their sea moss based products. Sea moss has 92 out of 103 essential minerals that your body needs to function efficiently, such as magnesium, potassium, iodine, iron, among others. Combined with bladderwrack and burdock root, you can expect even greater health benefit. Not only is sea moss easy to take, but it also comes in a convenient forms such as gummies, which I have here. I like these the best. In capsules made with all natural and organic ingredients so that you can feel good about what you're putting inside of your body. For a limited time only, get 50% off your second sea moss product when you purchase from Organic Nature using discount code BOGO50 at checkout. And make sure that you tell them that I sent you by using the link in the description below. And don't wait, because your health is your wealth. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this.
All right, well, CNN also announced that they're parting ways with one of their biggest on-air male personalities, Don Lemon. Now, there's speculation that the long-standing rumors of him creating a toxic work environment, especially for some of the female co-workers, along with some controversial on-air statements, led to CNN cutting ties with him. Now, he says he was stunned by the news. Are you?
I am. And I know that I'm biased here because Don is my friend. And he has been my friend for 20 years. Our offices were directly across from each other for most of that time that I worked there. And I will say that I don't believe, in my experience with him, that he's a misogynist. I think he loves women. He loves his mother. He loved his sister. He loves me. He loves Joy.
What about me?
I don't. Maybe he loves you too.
She stayed at his house.
But I
think he loves me too.
But I am stunned because I don't, and I hate that people are comparing Tucker's firing with Don's firing. That's a false equivalency. False equivalency. And just to put a button on it, Don, yes, said some things that were sexist and I think ageist. He apologized for them and received formal training.
And
AKA, he received reprogramming, right? Brainwashing, okay? Because they don't like base Don. They don't like sexist, misogynist Don. But it's actually pretty hilarious to listen to these cackling hens defend Don Lemon in his comments. Because apparently Tucker Carlson also was fired in part because of misogyny, but you don't see them up here trying to defend Tucker. They're only defending Don because he's their friend, right? He's their friend. And I'm not sure if Don is actually a misogynist or not, but I know damn well he don't like women, right? Contrary to what Sonny stated, Don Lemon does not like women. He likes men. White men more specifically, which is crazy because he's a race hustler. And speaking of race hustler, apparently what actually got Don fired, the last straw in his sweet tea lemonade, was the interaction he had with Vivek Ramaswamy, the GOP presidential candidate, in which he basically told Vivek that he can't speak on a subject or a topic because he ain't black, right? He said, I don't know, whatever you are, right? Whatever you are is what Don said. Now, that reportedly was the last straw. CNN said, we had enough of this guy. Okay, it wasn't just the so-called sexist comments that Don said. Some of these comments he said were actually true. Okay, like his comments about women versus men sports, true. Comments about women being past their primes, okay, once they get over the age of 30 or 40, true. He just said it in the wrong situation. Okay, he said it for the wrong thing, but what he was saying, there was some truth to it. That's why they got so butthurt about it. But it's crazy to me because Don actually lost his job at CNN due to wokeness, right? One, because again, the feminist mob came after him, okay, for speaking the truth. And then two, because he tried to be a race hustler or a race baiter in a debate with Vivek Ramaswamy. So again, it's crazy how this guy's career at CNN died on a woke altar, okay, as he was one of CNN's wokest voices. It's just kind of crazy how that works.
Okay, and he spoke to us.
I know him too. We all know him here. Sarah stayed at his house one time.
He loves me.
And he loves her. She needs to hear that over and over again. Well, it's fine. But, he has been on the air for a long time fighting bigotry, whereas Tucker has been fomenting bigotry. So there's a big difference there. And yes, he did say some dumb things.
And apologized. And Tucker never apologized for anything.
But I only know him personally. I don't know what he does when he's with his co-workers.
Well, I do, because I was his co-worker.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Again, it's bigotry when Tucker says it. it's not bigotry when Don Lemon says it, because Don Lemon is their friend. But see, what these cackling hens don't realize is that Don Lemon is a victim of an environment that was created by woke feminists like these women on The View, where any criticism of women or speaking the truth about women and how women are is seen as sexism and misogyny, okay? Don Lemon is a victim of left-wing cancel culture, right? That's what happened to Don. Don got canceled by the left. He got canceled by feminists.
Yeah.
Well, I also think, though, when you mentioned working in this business, we've watched as new management comes in and you say goodbye to a lot of people. When new bosses come in, a lot of people go out, deservedly or not. It's sometimes just, I'm going to bring in my own team. I feel like in some ways the writing was on the wall when the new management came. In fact, a lot of people were surprised that Don would be staying, and then they shifted him around, moved him into different places. So yes, he's had some missteps. He's also apologized for those missteps, but I think in a way this was coming down the pipe for a while.
Yeah, I mean, because he should have been fired when they got rid of Brian Stelter. The only reason Don stayed is because he's black and gay. He had 2 Infinity Stones of wokeness. You can't just get rid of a black gay individual any type of way, because you're going to be accused of homophobia, racism, etc. Now, the straight white male, well, I mean, straight, we got questions about that, but the white male, Brian Stelter, they could just get rid of him easily, okay? Nobody's going to bat an eye. But both of them, their ratings were a disaster. There was a disaster. So CNN should have fired both of them. Don only stayed because, again, he has characteristics that make it not so easy to just get rid of him, even though he has low performance. Okay? And that's the biggest difference between Tucker and Don. This is why, again, I don't think it's right to compare Tucker and Don Lemon, because Tucker Carlson was actually successful. Don Lemon should have been out the door a long time ago. He wasn't successful.
That's the thing. I see it as so different, and I think the timing's unfortunate because it's lumping it in with Tucker, because Don's been at CNN for 17 years. He's been given huge platforms there, and Don has the ability that he could have a big future somewhere else.
That's a lie. Right? Don Lemon ain't got no future, bruh. Okay, according to these reports, these women hate him, bruh. He can't get along with women for whatever reason. I'm not sure. Again, he's a diva. Actually, we do know, because, again, he's a diva. Women can't even get along with women behind closed doors, right? So apparently that's a problem. He can't draw viewership or ratings. He was on 2 shows. He was on the night show, primetime, trash, right? He was on the morning show, trash. Don Lemon's career is done. Right? I really do think that Don Lemon is done. He doesn't have anything left. He might as well go to BET. He's going the way of Mark Lamont Hill, okay? A guy who can't draw audience to save his life, so therefore he has to go on the super pro-black thing and go work at the Griot, right? At, these weird, small, niche networks where, he can pretend to still be relevant. But, yeah, I mean, Don Lemon has been relegated to Mark Lamont Hill status, right? So irrelevant.
Another network or move somewhere else. I hope so. Whereas, I tend to think Tucker's only route is going to be some kind of streaming thing, which I think could be really successful, but fomenting hate with terrible people.
It's not on television.
I think it's just very different.
I will just say this. If you're concerned that somebody is a misogynist, why would you put them with 2 women to do a show?
Because you're supposed to be able to be professional, right? Even if you're a misogynist, which, again, I'm not sure if Don Lemon is actually a misogynist, but even if you are, or if you have whatever type of feelings about people, you're still expected to act professionally on set and at work, right? Your internal feelings are not supposed to get in the way. Don Lemon letting his feelings get in the way tells you that he's not cut out for the job. He doesn't have the temperament to do the job. He let it come out on air and behind the scenes, off air, multiple times. Enough where, again, the guy got fired.
If you feel that way, if you feel that concern. So for me, it seemed odd when they gave him that show, and I thought, well, seems a little strange, but I've known Don forever too. I didn't work with him. We're just friends. Okay?
Does
We're
he
just
love
friends.
you?
No. But he likes the hell out of me. Okay. We will be right back.
Amazing. Right? It's amazing the reaction that we get here. about the firing of Tucker Carlson, who actually had real viewership, right? Who was #1 in cable news versus Don Lemon, okay? They're sad and upset about old Don, and they're dismissing the experiences of these women on CNN who experienced bigotry from Don Lemon. I'm just saying, it's just hilarious to see the difference between the reactions here when Don gets sacrificed at the woke altar because, again, he stepped out of line one too many times. And the reaction to Tucker Carlson being fired is just so funny to see how it works. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.